The assignment section of this basic public speaking course, I've created some standard ones, but with a novel twist. So what I've got are 10 quizzes, and in the past I really haven't done a whole lot of those quizzes in public speaking classes here and there, but I want to be committed to these quizzes because I really want students to become familiar with the content that's in the textbook. And it's a wonderful textbook, the Speaker's Handbook. I've used Lucas, The Art of Public Speaking, the past several years, and I think I may have used the handbook at one time in the past. So we've got quizzes. And the cool thing about the quizzes is all of the chapters, if you look at the course schedule below, are completed by week 10 of the course, assuming we've got a 16-week semester. That leaves 6 weeks at the end of the course with no reading assigned whatsoever, but with a final exam on the very back end. So here's what happens. We read through all 31 of those chapters over 10 weeks. We have quizzes over some of those chapters. And then we're able to spend the next 6 weeks going back over those chapters by doing a review. And that review takes place after the informative speeches are given, after the persuasive speeches are given, after a sales pitch speech is given. Because some days, you schedule 6 or 7 persuasive speeches and maybe only 4 students show up, and then you've got this time afterwards. That time is when we're going to review for the final examination. So it should be pretty cool. All right, so I've got quizzes. I've got a demonstration speech, which is fairly standard, and I've got some great ideas for them listed here in the syllabus. I also have a sales pitch, and I'm going a bit out of order here, but the sales pitch is fun. That's just based on the Monroe's motivated sequence, so they want to motivate their audience to do something. I have an informative speech, which is standard, and then a persuasive speech as well, followed by the final exam. So overall, I think it should be a fascinating class for students. And the fun thing is, I think it's fun, I've created rubrics that are closely tied to the chapters that they have to read. So I even use the same language. I usually talk in terms of visual aids, but the textbook says presentational aids. So I put presentational aids in the grading rubric. So the cool thing is, students will go through the same content when they read the chapter, when we talk about the chapter in class, when they have a quiz over the chapter in class, when they deal with the assignment description and the grading rubric, which is tied all to that same content, when we review those chapters for the final exam, and when they take the final exam. So hopefully by the time they've cycled through this content 6 or 7 times, they'll come out of the course retaining some of that information over the long term.